Hey y'all, we had a request for kind of organizing and uploading videos in order to submit them for your Trick Dog title and for everything else. So this is kind of like a multifaceted um, YouTube video, I guess. But anyway, so when you're submitting your Trick Dog titles or your parkour titles or your Cyber Rally O titles or some of these ones that you can do digitally, or even if you're just trying to make a playlist of your dog doing tricks, whatever the deal is, the easiest way to do it for the vast majority of people is to have a YouTube channel. And this is what your homepage of your actual channel, excuse me, looks like. And and so you can see I've got dogs only here. But if you go to your library, you'll be able to see you've got your history of videos that you've watched, things like that that are popping up. And the thing that is really the easiest is to go here and to add something to a playlist. And so we don't see a playlist that we like here. Let's just imagine there's not anything that's applicable. And I'm going to call this one Sundog Spark Team Tutorials, and I'm going to make it public. I'm going to tell it to create it. It says down here at the bottom that it has created this for me. And so then I'm going to go back to this video that I want to add to this playlist, and you can see it has added it to the playlist. It's right there for us so that we can definitely already see that. And so then anytime that I want, I can add another video to that just by going save to playlist. Would help if I clicked it, I guess. There we go. And you can see this one's already saved to International Dog Parkour, blah, blah, blah. But I could also save it to this too, if I wanted to. I don't, but just so that you guys can kind of see what that looks like. So then, if you go to your videos, you can see all of your video uploads, basically everything that you've got. You can sort it by different things, etc., yada yada yada. And then you'll also see down the side here there's a list of some of my playlists. So I'm going to go to this one that we just made, and you can see that I can easily edit the title. I can add a description of what it is, and then if you've got more than one video in here, you can actually rearrange these. You can see too, it'll tell you to add it to the queue, save it to later, save to a playlist, move it up, move it down, chuck it, set as the playlist thumbnail, whatever you want to do. Anyway, it just gives you guys kind of some versatility. There's also a share button for the playlist. So if you hit this, you're going to get a link, and that is to share this specific playlist. So if you add, let's say, your novice title and you did a video for each trick, so you have 15 videos, and you put them all in this playlist. They don't have to be one video. You could put them all in here, whether or not you put them in any kind of order, and then you could just get this share link, and you could just send the link to your instructor or to submit online. You don't need to actually splice everything together. You don't need to have text on your videos or anything like that. They don't have to be fancy. They just have to be there, and we just have to be able to see the trick, and it has to be able to meet the parameters for judging. So just so that you guys kind of have an idea, it doesn't have to be all these bells and whistles. The same thing stands for your champion trick dog. It does say in one of the sections, I can't really remember which, it's that it needs to be a continual video. For the whole thing, or it says in there specifically too, like, you know, there can be breaks and these can be different clips, and anytime that it says that, as long as you abide by that, you're fine, and you don't really have to worry about it. So you could also send one playlist link in when you're submitting your champion trick dog. That would be okay too. If you don't know how to make a playlist and you're not watching this and you have absolutely no idea, you can go to your specific videos, and for each video, you can, it would help if I could hit the right buttons. You could hit share.
Hey y'all, so what we're gonna do today
And
is we're gonna go through how to submit your Trick Dog
Oh my
title
God, it's
on the
my
website.
voice.
There's a bunch of different ways, which I'll address in just a second.
That is not being quiet. Sorry. It's autoplay. But you can hit the share button and you're going to get the exact same thing. So for your submissions, if you're sending us a bunch of links, it's obviously easier if it's all in a playlist, but it doesn't matter. It's not like we're going to be like, how dare you? And same thing goes for Champion Trick Dog. If you gave them a list of links, you totally can. Just make sure you've separated them and delineated them so it's easier, for them to be able to understand. And you can just send all those links in. So that's kind of, I guess, an easy way for you guys to be able to figure that out. Hopefully that's helpful to some of you guys. You don't need to do it on YouTube. And, like I said, you can obviously, send in one link or a bunch. I personally prefer to upload all of my videos into one big clip, but like as an example, I know I'm doing this for Spark Team, but International Dog Parkour, this one, yeah, the PKD titles, you have to do individual clips. They don't want it to be one big video. They want it to be individual clips. So this one, it's got 16 videos in it because it's 1.5 submissions. It's part of Clara's Novice and all of Sasna's training. So you can see, like, I've just had to label them as best as I can to make it work because they want individual videos. So this is a good example. You could do this for Novice. And it would look a lot like this. You could label it however you want. It doesn't matter. You could just put the trick or the trick and the dog, and you could put everybody's together. You could do your do more with your dog playlist or your trick dog playlist, and you could just have everything. And I would just say like Novice this and this dog and go through all of those. And then you could do intermediate this and this dog and go through the whole thing and make one playlist. But like, yeah, once these submissions are accepted, fingers crossed, I'll probably actually make a separate playlist where you could just watch, like, hey, this is her training title altogether. But they like it individually submitted, so that's the deal. And then you guys can also, this is a good place to show it, actually. So Sasna's, I'm going to open this in a new tab and probably regret it very quickly when it starts playing. Okay, it's gonna, hopefully, all right. So you can see hers are public, but in this exact same playlist, Clara's are all private. They're all unlisted. And so the way that you do that is you can see over here the visibility. You can see public, unlisted, and private. So Clara's right now are private because I haven't even submitted them all yet because I need to finish. I think she's got 2 more to finish in her novice category before I can submit them. So they're all listed as private, so no one can see them but me. And then when I submit them, I'll change them to unlisted, so only people that I've given the links can see them. And then once they're accepted, I will change them to public so that anybody can see them. But then that way, I'm not giving, like, this is a pretty good example. So this is the parkour training title and its creativity. And so the creativity is they need to do 2 different parkour actions in one fluid motion, and not stop in between. It needs to be one continual clip, kind of like a skit. And so she did 2 unders and then her paws up, and that's what you're seeing in the video is the paws up in that little screenshot right there. And so that's what we did. Well, if I didn't know if it was right or not, I'd hate for it to be public, just because I don't want other people to go, oh, look, yeah, this is right, and then have it not be right at all. So that's why I make mine private, unlisted, and then public. But like if you're posting them, you could just check them up there. And then in the edit screen, you guys can see there's always your link is always here, which is great. So that's kind of a good option, just to be able to know that you can always find it here as well. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys out. I hope that gives you some options as far as uploading your videos and makes you guys a little bit more confident in the submission process. So you guys have a good time.